Hey guys, so I've been getting a lot of questions about what the Path of Heroes Academy is, what it does, what it looks like inside, what can you expect, and I'm going to answer some of those in this video. Of course, I can't answer all your questions right now because I can't hear you talk, but you can comment down below and I can respond in there. There's also a robust, frequently asked questions section. I will show you first the landing page just so that you can understand a little bit what's going on. And then we'll go and dive into the actual course and I can show you around. And I found out just today, actually, that there are 100 lessons within there, which I was not even considering the amount of lessons that would be in the course. But that's crazy. It was just like that good feeling of I put in work and I got what I wanted out of it. And also the testimonials, the responses have been great. So let me show you around. So what you can do, you can go to poha.geekpsychology.com, bam, and it actually redirects you to this other page, geekpsychology.com/Path of Heroes Academy. And I've got the whole explanation, lots of it in text, and you can see some of the things that you get, some testimonials, frequently asked questions, all that stuff, and you can purchase down at the bottom. You can also, this little chat bot behind me, you can type me questions and I can see your text and your questions and respond to you. You can just say hi too. That's cool. I appreciate it. Path of Heroes Academy, 8 weeks to self-discovery and problem-solving mastery. One of the big benefits that I've heard from other people in the course were that the problem-solving capacity that they had has expanded greatly, at least 8-fold, because we're using all these different cognitive functions to solve real-life problems. So we're applying it to life. It's not just theoretical stuff, although there is some theoretical goodness in there, right? It makes you think, but there's also a lot of practical application of these different characters that you'll be making within the course. This 8-week course delves into Jungian cognitive functions and RPG-inspired character creation to develop a profound understanding of your personality type's strengths and weaknesses. Embrace all aspects of yourself and work towards greater integration and personal growth. With the Path of Heroes Academy, you'll create 8 personalized characters that represent diverse problem-solving approaches for all areas of life. Gain the skills and tools needed to apply this knowledge to your daily life, leading to improved decision-making and increased personal agency. Empowered to take control of your life, you'll pursue meaningful goals with confidence, leveraging your strengths and overcoming weaknesses to become the best version of yourself. I love it. I love it. I feel good about it. And discover, define, unlock, forge, all sorts of good stuff in there. So this is a course developing the cognitive functions, 8 Jungian cognitive functions, as different parts of yourself. And we've personified them because they're naturally able to be personified. The part of you that feels that it needs to get more done, the part of you that likes to creatively brainstorm, the part of you that wants to be present in the moment, all sorts of different aspects of yourself. So we take those and apply those to life. So when you go to courses.geekpsychology.com, you get access to your course, and in here you can see all of the lessons, and somebody is ringing the doorbell. You log in and you have all of the content on the left. Okay, and so we'll just look at some of it. You can see welcome aboard. Okay, you have an introduction to what the course is and how to use it. Community access bootcamp. So at the start, there's a bootcamp orientation that runs through different aspects of personality type, what to expect in the course, the usual stuff. I'm out of breath from running down the stairs and back up. That's not good. You also have activities to understand your personality type, what personality type is and isn't, and a little PDF assessment. And all of these come with a video that explains it and the audio track of it as well. Or a download, like if it's a PDF, you get that too. And then there's Bootcamp Part 2, the life domains. So this is where we go into sensing and intuiting and thinking and feeling. And they've all been gamified in sorts with gameful thinking, gameful self-development. So we bring in a lot of metaphors. And you can see just how the structure is through this. Some different models and concepts that I bring in. I call extroverting and introverting stances, and you have defensive stance for introverts and offensive stance for extroverts. Things like that are brought into the course as a way of simplifying the understanding of the concepts a bit and to bridge it to something that you might be a little bit more familiar with. Even if you don't play games, having this concept, this mindset, is something that you probably already have, but we're just attaching it to a different way of thinking about life, about how you interact with the different domains of life, logic, ideas, feelings, and experiences, and the different parts of you that are responsible for those actions and how you can develop those and improve on those. You can also see I have the different archetypes, or something that I haven't actually seen anybody else talk about. I don't know why. Protectors are the introverted perceiving functions. Vanguards are the extroverted perceiving functions. Specialists are introverted judging functions, so introverted feeling, introverted thinking. And controllers are the extroverted judging functions. And I don't know why other people don't talk about it. It's such a clear and important way of understanding and looking at how the functions work and how people work who use those as their main hero. Going down, we have resources. There are a bunch of resources here. You have a character sheet, an explanation on how to use it. Yes, you develop 8 characters, so you need a character sheet. You can do it in whatever way you want, but this is the one that I recommend, and I have some examples of it too. Inner mastermind goal setting sheet. Some interesting background sometimes. We go into ego states, which is a version of parts work. So understanding that part of me wants to do this, part of me wants to do that, part of me wants to play games, part of me wants to work on self-development, and they're conflicting. What do I do? There are many things that you can do, and ego states is the perspective and model for understanding those different parts of yourself. You might know internal family systems or parts work from NLP. I use that within this whole course. It is a crucial component to this course. I have a bunch of affirmation tracks and hypnosis tracks too. If that's what you're into, I really suggest that you listen to them and enjoy them. This one creates a whole team of superheroes that are working under the conscious mind and going out there and saving other parts of you and working to develop them. It's very cool, very impactful. So we also have town hall sessions. Town hall sessions are the live workshops that we do. We have character creation workshops. We have a one-on-one example of one of the methods of creating characters and then applying those characters to real life problem solving. Again, it's not just theoretical stuff. We're creating characters and then bridging how we interact with those characters and how we can solve problems by using the characters as different resources that we can activate, that we can listen to, different perspectives within our council of internal advisors. So then next you have your 8 different characters. These go down through the LIFE life domains. So at the top you have analyzing adept. This is introverted thinking as a character. We create a character around it, we activate it, and I'll show you how that works right here. So you have a bunch of different lessons within this. Right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And you click on it, it has a transcript here, some guideposts to activating the character. It has an explanation of it. Analyzing adept, introverted thinking. Okay. Introverted thinking. It has the audio companions of it. You have missions for real life things that you can do to apply these characters in your life to gain more XP with the characters. That's another way of saying it. We have 2 video versions of some of those missions that you can go on that I explain in more depth instead of just a couple sentences. You have 10 powerful questions to improve and activate that character more in your life. These are questions that you can reflect over. So if you're having an issue, you can ask, okay, what information here is incongruent and how do I fix it? That's an introverted thinking, analyzing adept character perspective. That's something that they would ask. And you bring that into your life. You think about it. Well, you have 80 questions because you have 10 for each of the characters. So, even introverted feeling has a set of those too. Maybe another character, how can I act according to what's me? Based on my experiences, what might another person in the situation be feeling? So again, these are different questions that you can ask yourself. And I explain how to do it with a little bit more strategy, but you can literally just roll some dice, choose some questions, and ask them. And it gives you mind expanding perspectives so that you can take different actions. The reasons that we have all these problems in our lives are that we try to approach them with the same skill set, and that doesn't work. Sometimes you need to do things in different ways. We'll just continue with introverted feeling here. So next you have a character activation technique. So there are 8 of these. There's one for each of the character sections, although they're not actually tied to the characters specifically. So what I mean by that is this is some technique I learned from Mike Mandel, a Canadian hypnotist and NLP practitioner, master practitioner. And it's a technique that you can use to activate that part of yourself. And so by the end of the course, by the end of the 8 weeks, you'll have 8 different techniques, things that you can bring into your life, different strategies to remind yourself to ask these characters, these 8 different cognitive functions for different perspectives, and to physically embody them. And if you physically embody them, then you can light up all the neural networks that are necessary for you to have more access to different resources, and then you can take actions. You've seen people do all of these things, and your mirror neurons have been watching closely, and you can intentionally activate those to have more skill set, more access to more of you. And through creating these characters, you build better intrapersonal rapport with these different parts of yourself, and you can live a more holistically happy, healthy version of yourself. And under that, you have an affirmations track. This is affirmations that you can say, as well as a hypnosis track that I've recorded that helps you activate a better relationship with these characters. One of the people that went through this program said after listening to the introverted thinking one, she immediately felt the benefits of it. And it had to do with leveraging the 20% of an action that gives the 80% of the benefit, which is a Pareto principle, which is something that I talked about within the lesson. You also have, for each of the 16 personality types, you have an explanation of how the character stack works, the function stack. So you have, for INFPs, for example, you have the hero, and I talk about what introverted feeling, the soul, and then you have the mentor, extroverted intuition, the explorer, how it's working within your psyche, and the rookie, introverted sensing, the guardian, how that causes some issues and why we rely on it a little bit too much in some ways. And then extroverted thinking, which is the maverick of the internal questing party of your story of your life, and how that causes some stress too, and what the goals are and some of the intentions. So I have that for all 16 different characters. And so remember that there are 8 different sections, one for each of the characters. You can start it whatever way you want. We have some INFJs within the course that might not want to go through the same LIFE order as an INFP or an ENFJ or ESTJ, whatever your personality type is. You can choose which order you want to go through. Now, I've laid it out in this way, but I've intentionally had each of the sections be a separate entity, like Lego pieces that you can put together in whatever way works best for you. Or you can just go through the order, and that is perfectly fine too. So I hope that this was a helpful look at what the Path of Heroes Academy is. I'm going to continuously be updating it and adding more content to it. I have some really cool ideas for things that you can do with your mind, neurolinguistic programming, and hypnosis, and all these different aspects of personality type 2 and how they mesh together and create this really cool system for self-understanding that you can take on for the rest of your life. If you had a better understanding of yourself and the different parts of yourself, had better intrapersonal rapport with them, and built skills around them, how much better would your life be 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now, even next week? You can apply these in so many different domains and with pretty much every problem in your life. I haven't found one that I couldn't consult a part of myself, one of these cognitive functions with, and get some insight or knowledge about what I should do or shouldn't do. And it helps with relationships too. If you know which character class another person is playing most, or which ones stress them out, you know how to interact with them better. And if you know how to interact with them better, you can craft your engagement in a way that hopefully brings you a win-win situation. This can be used for negative ways too, and I suggest that you don't do that. I suggest that you help other people so that you can help the world, so that you can become a more actualized, more engaged, activated version of yourself, and then spread that out. Give that to more people. Share it with your family, your kids, your friends, your partner, the world. Go teach something about it. It's an amazing process, and it's been extremely helpful in my life. And I'm finally at that point where I've solidified it enough that I can share it in this way. And we can build characters together to help you understand yourself. And then it's fun too. You get to talk to these different aspects of yourself, ask them questions. What would you do in this situation? It's just so cool because it's something that you can consciously do to improve how you are interacting with the world. I mentioned that it's not just imagination. It's not a mental disorder to be able to do this. This is something that in NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, we call it parts. Psychosynthesis calls it subpersonalities. Psychodynamic psychologists like Gordon Emerson call them ego states. Buddhists call them habit patterns or mental formations. Cognitive behaviorists call them schemas. Carl Jung called them archetypes and cognitive functions. And I call them characters, types, and heroes. So it's grounded in a lot of research and methodology from people way smarter than me. I've just used it in a bit more playful, gamified way that allows me to also combine different models for self-understanding and personal development, which lets you live a more holistic, positive life. So if you're interested in this perspective, in this way of self-development, it really speeds things up. It's called rapid personal growth for a reason. When you go to poha.geekpsychology.com, you can enroll. Every 50 members, I'm going to raise the price just a little bit to also catch up with some of the content that I'm producing. I fully believe that this course is worth way more than $100, which is the price right now. And I know we all have different values for money, and I still believe that no matter what, this course is going to be extremely helpful for you. And if you don't like it, you go through the course, you do the activities, you don't like it, or you didn't get value from it somehow, then you can write me and I'll give you a full refund. It's a win-win for all. I know if you do the course, you'll have these little characters within you that you can consult for the rest of your life that helps you motivate yourself to do all those things that you want to do in your life and just live more activated, more heroic, more you. Hope to see you inside.